Alright everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're somewhere different today. Drove 6 hours to get here. We're up in the Cairngorms. We've got a few days off work, so we're going to take advantage of it. We're getting a bit bored of the lakes, to be honest, so we've made a bit of a loop through the Cairngorms. I'll spin the camera around. You can see snow on the tops over there in the distance. But we're 50 minutes into the walk and the scenery is absolutely stunning. I'll tell you a little bit more about the route, so I'm not going to butcher any of the pronunciations, but we're doing a loop and we're following this mountain pass here. There's a couple of bothies along the route, and then we're going to come back up towards Aviemore, where we started via the Lairig Ghru. So it's a 30-mile round trip, 3 nights camping, 10 miles a day. So we're really looking forward to it. What I'll do at the end of each day is I'll try and screen record the route on OS Maps and post it up at the end of each day and just give a detailed plan of what we've done. But so far, impressed.
Beautiful.
It's lovely. It's different to the lakes.
Talking about.
Where have we got to go?
So where that little loch is in the background.
That tiny speck?
That tiny speck.
No, we're going past that.
You're going past that, and then you see the divide between the mountains. It's through there. On the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, you some Bear Grylls.
You're some Paul Mesmer.
Right, so the route continues on through that valley. We've got to pass that tiny loch in the distance.
Tiny speck?
Yeah,
Right.
a tiny speck. What have we got? 2 miles to the fords of it, Enan.
Yeah, then a mile up to Loch Morlich.
Yeah, and a mile up to the big loch for tonight's camp. We are so ready to camp. It's not been the longest walk, we're just absolutely shattered, but looking forward to getting the tent up and getting some food on. I think the loch that we're going to camp at is over here, but there's a refuge hut or a mountain hut for bad weathers that we're going to go and have a look at now. We'll have half an hour in there. Right, I don't know whether to chance this with the camera out, potentially fall in. We'll just go for it.
Well done, sir.
Did a jig over that.
No, I see you jigging.
Legend has it there's a well-stocked shop and a bar with the finest whiskies Scotland has to offer in this hut. So I'm looking forward to this here. Hopefully there's no one in. Do you know what?
There's no in it.
No bar and shop.
Oh, unfortunately.
I tell you what, it's not a bad little retreat really if you had to get out of the...
Tiny,
yeah.
Some nice bees on the roof.
Oh yeah, Mountain Bothies Association does look after it. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Fords of Enan refuge.
Oh, see what you did.
Brilliant. I'll have a look at it. Have a look from the outside. Be fantastic. I mean, if you're in some pretty dismal weather out here, you could get into some real trouble in places like this. Like, to be honest, I'm contemplating staying in here tonight.
You stay there, son, and I'll stay there.
Well, yeah, it's got Got all these rocks sort of mounted up against it to shield it from the wind. Brilliant. So I think that's our direction, that little path there. Hopefully we can get a pitch. The other option is to camp here. We'll see. We're going to have half hour in here, I think. Cook some food up. Well, not cook some food up. Get some chocolate bars and things. Oh yeah. That's the Fords of Enan refuge for you. So we've just decided to stay, to be honest. Can't be arsed going up there. Tents are pitched outside the hut, so we're going to retreat into there tonight just to play games and keep warm. But yeah, tents are all set up. The old coffin's back out. Looks alright actually, doesn't it?
Huh?
It looks bigger than I remember it being. I'm sure I'll remember how small it is when I'm in there tonight. And you've got the old actor.
The old actor.
So we've got a water source over here. Somewhere to keep warm if needed. And just eat and things. And then the path is there for tomorrow morning. So probably not film anything else tonight, like. I'll probably call that day one. Catch you in the morning. We're just reading some bedtime stories before we hit the sack. Just want to read out the second from the last instalment.
Clean open it. 20th of May.
Which is 2 days time from now.
We are on a school trip with the GWC. It is shit.
I'm sure it wasn't shit.
Oh,
well,
God.
the end.
The end.
Been steady going along this track now for probably about 3 miles. A lot of it's been descent today, which is good. The weather is hot, apart from the nice breeze that we're getting every now and then. So we think we're approaching Derry Lodge, which I think is just an old disused building, and the plan is to pass that and we take a left-hand turn on the bend to go to Bob Scott's Bothy. So we could do with a bit of a rest now. Have a meal at the bothy, drink, good rest, take our shoes off, and then we've probably got another maybe 3 or 4 miles to Corrour bothy, which is tonight's destination. There's quite a few more people out today, so I think we're going to have a bit of company over at the bothy later on. But it is what it is. It's also the weekend. It is a Friday. And looking at the weather, I think the weather's going to change again tomorrow, so we might be getting a bit of rain. So that might change our plans for our final night, whether we camp in Aviemore or around that area, or we just get straight off for a 6-hour drive down to the northeast. So it all depends on the weather really. We're pretty easy going at the minute, but we would like to camp for a 3rd night and just head into the town and maybe grab some beers and a pub meal. But we'll see what happens, we'll see what the weather brings. But not a lot to report really. It's just been a nice gentle walk through this valley. Paths have been getting a bit better, and yeah, just really enjoying it. Wow, this is really nice actually. Really, this is probably the best bothy I've been in.
Oh, this is class.
There's your sleeping area up there. Brilliant.
Right.
Your fireplace and kettle. Right, I'll turn this off because I'm about to lose battery on the GoPro. I'll have to switch. That's us leaving Bob Scott's bothy now. We've been fed, had a good drink. We've dipped our feet in the stream for about half an hour. We've got about 4.5 miles. We've checked the map. We thought it was around 3, but obviously not. 4.5 miles to Corrour bothy. So we're just retracing our steps here back past Sterry Lodge, and we're taking the path towards the Lairig Ghru. The weather is fantastic. I'm even sunburned. It doesn't take much for me to burn, like. So I'm going to carry on this way, and I'll bring you back a bit further. Oh, very tidy. I think someone's sleeping. It's there, or it's
Oh, we're done with that route.
Yeah, no. I don't want to sit down in here, like. I thought it was a little bit bigger than this.
Smoky.
Yeah, you can smell the fire. Someone's at a fire. Right, so I think we'll come back and cook our food in here. Plenty of people camped outside, like I think there's 5 tents now with us, including us. So bothy number 2, bothy number 3 really on the trip. Just about all packed up there.
Too right.
I was camped over here. It's still only 7:15, so I don't want to be too loud, like. Wake half the campsite up. There was what, 9 tents altogether here last night. Aye, 9 tents. It was like being on a campsite. It wasn't great, like, but there's nowhere else to camp round here. The ground's all scrub, so you get your bothies and things, and your bothy, the grass around the bothy is the only place to camp. We did see a good little spot over here by the bridge, but it's already been taken. But we would have had that. So yeah, we're gonna get packed up, finished packed up, and we're just gonna get straight on up the Lairig Ghru. Callum's got a blister and I've got an issue with me little toe as well, so we've sorted them out with blister plasters and tape. So hopefully we'll just get this smashed off today. We crossed this bridge yesterday and it was pretty rickety, like. I don't know if I trust us both going over at the same time. It was well dodgy. I think it was when we were both on it together. It's not so bad now, we've crossed separately, like. Yeah, there, it's moving. There's the bothy over there, heading towards our path, and through the Lairig Ghru, through the pass there. We've got a bit of ascent today. We're heading towards the pools of Dee. Right, this is us on the edge of the Rothy Marcus forest now. We're just looking for a right hand turn a bit further up because we're going to have a look at this lodge. There's something called the Aviemore Lodge. I don't think it's open to the public or anything like a bars. I think you've got to stay there, so I don't think you can get food or anything there, but we're just looking to pass through because it's a bit of a shortcut according to OS maps. But that last section there on the Lairig Ghru was really challenging. The boulders just never stopped. I turned my ankle a bit, to be honest, so I've got a bit of a limp on my left leg. I don't think there'll be a lot else to see now we've come down off the Lairig Ghru. We've done our trip, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be forest track, probably all the way to Loch Morlich and then the car. So we'll probably end it here, to be honest. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
To hell and back!
Yeah, to hell and back. Nah, it was good, really good. Really rugged though, the terrain in Scotland, it's different. Yeah, and thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.